Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Petite Diva and this channel is all about reacting to things and compilation. So in this video we're going to get into the day 3 recap of the Pepperdam reunion. That's the bbnaija Pepperdam reunion. Here my unpopular opinion. Venita was right. TACHA is insecure and needs to admit it and seek help. TACHA and Seyi are greatly affected by each other. They are hurt by each other's action and have refused to let it go. I also think TACHA has grown a bit. She kept quiet during the session and allowed people to talk. Then she talked. But that spiciness or arrogantness, whatever you call it, was still there. Now, let me get into the recap so that I can explain my unpopular opinion and why I think so. Before we get into the recap, I'm going to say something. If you leave a nasty comment, it won't be published. I'm going to hold all comment for review, which means I will read it first before publishing it. So if you like, abuse yourself, not me, not anybody, and it will not be seen by anybody but me. So be careful when leaving a comment, if you even leave a comment. Now let's get into the recap of what happened on day 3. Day 3 occurred on June 3rd, 2020. So I think the focus of that day was on those who bragged and those who bragged the most in the house. A lot of people called out TACHA and Seyi, and with some exception, Omoshola. Yeah, there were 3 main people. That was TACHA, Seyi, and Omoshola. Ebuka asked Kimbapra one of the situation in which she felt TACHA bragged. So Kimbapra now talked about the fact that when they entered, TACHA said all of them were escorts, that she came there to win, that the rest were escorts. And she was like, I was wondering why would you say that. Ebuka was like, okay, she said it on stage. She said it on stage and she also said it in the house. Around the time they got the first tax. So she said, and she was like, you don't know anybody from anywhere. We are strangers and you're saying the rest of them came to escort you. Who are you? Like, look at you, look at me. And I think maybe that statement about look at you, look at me kind of irritated TACHA, but I'm not sure. Any which way, she talked about that, and then TACHA came back at her and said, sorry, she was there to win, she was not there to compete, and that if she had a problem with her saying she was the rest were there to escort her, that she should fix her insecurities. So that kind of triggered a whole lot of things because people started laughing. I guess she felt one funny kind of way, and then Kimbapra and TACHA got into a little bit of back and forth. Kimbapra just screamed, "Oh, you left, you were disqualified," and blah blah blah, and every other person in the room were just a bit stunned. I think they were stunned and then they were amused by the whole back and forth. In the room we had Omoshola, we had Venita, we had Seyi, we had Frodd, we had Mercy, and I can't remember the other person. Then TACHA and Kimbapra, and one person that I cannot remember at this point. Then Venita spoke. She said that she tried to explain the behavior of TACHA, and that a lot of it is due to the fact that TACHA has a lot of insecurities, so she's trying to bring people down by bringing people down to make her feel better, and that was because of her insecurities. She also said, Venita also said that when she was younger, she kind of behaved like TACHA, and that she grew up to know that that was not right. That even though TACHA doesn't want to learn, or rather is reluctant to learning, that she will learn as she grows older. And then Seyi came with his own issue, because he was one of the main people that they said bragged in the house. So he had tried to explain confidence and not bragging. He used Ebuka as a confident person. And I said, I would have used myself as a confident person, but it would be like I'm bragging. Then he has said something about bragging is when, okay, I need to get the exact word that he said. So hold on, let me check my phone. The exact word he said was, bragging is just when an empty barrel, I will put up the tweet on the screen. Bragging is just when an empty barrel making noise all the way down. This tweet is, I'm going to change in English. Bragging is just when an empty barrel is making noise all the way down to the corridor. Now, you now use the explanation of the example of having clothes, saying you have clothes and everything, and you really don't have the clothes. And that got people in a kind of way, especially the Titans. Now, I'm going to explain my opinion, which is unpopular, because I've seen a lot of what was tweeted, and apparently not a lot of people will agree with what I feel. But then again, it is my own opinion. You can agree or disagree. So now, I've always said that TACHA is a bit insecure. That's why she was doing a lot of things to try and be noticed, to try and get the highlight, because she felt that a lot of people in that house are actually better than her. First of all, you talk about some people being finer than her. You talk about people with better character. You talk about people that came from better upbringing, have a better command of English, and then a lot of people that were more intelligent than her. So that kind of messes with your mind. And like Venita said, when you're insecure, you try to bring other people down with other ways. And she was loud. She could use that loudness, she could use that abrasiveness, like Venita said, to try and bring people down. And it kind of worked, because a lot of people were offended by her, threatened by her, and that's why they kept on nominating her, because they felt she didn't deserve to be in the house with all our characters. So I actually feel that she's insecure. Now, the issue is she needs to admit that she has some insecurities and then seek help. I feel like everybody should see a therapist, because we all have one issue or the other, and it's those issues that make us make some decisions or do some things that we normally, if we had admitted those problems, we would not do. So that's why I feel that she needs to seek help, talk about it, whatever caused it. Is it her mother's death, or the fact that people used to use her, that she felt people used to use her for things, and that's what has made her really defensive. So that is my opinion. Venita was right. I also feel that because they kind of made her feel bad, she just wanted to react, and that's why she started calling Kim Oprah insecure. She just wanted to get back at her, and it was totally unnecessary. Then Seyi called her an empty barrel, but he was saying in one of his tweets, he was like, okay, so this was one of the tweets that came up around 11:21. What did I say wrong this time? I was talking in my opinion about definition of some words. Let's not drag anyone. Not intended at all. No bad blood. Apology to anyone offended. Now, the problem I have is that you said something, and then you are now denying you did not imply that you were talking about another person. We know you called her an empty barrel when you came out of the house after the show was over. So why try to play politics with your words? You said what you said, like elozonam will say it with your chest. You said it, you called her an empty barrel. She cannot beat you. Yes, they will drag you and probably cost you some coins, but you said what you want to say. Now he writes another tweet. In all of these, guys, don't forget that the show is a social experiment and putting it on TV is for entertainment. Don't catch feelings or develop bad blood for anyone, otherwise you just became elaborate. P.S. Enjoy the show. Then on June 4th, again, Seyi, I wonder how we got here though. How would a general statement about bragging an empty barrel point fingers to just one direction? Everyone on the show was asked about bragging and confidence, and a party feels insecure. Love and light. There's a group of them. But I'm like, there is no need to shalaye. You were attacking her. We know, because you said it when you came out. You referred to her as an empty barrel. You said it again. So why are you trying to act like you are innocent? And the fact that you say why a certain party is getting offended, even one of your fellow housemates knows that you're talking about her, and he put up a post. That's Joe. And for those that don't know what a barrel is in the said context, you are welcome. And then showed a full barrel and an empty barrel making a noise, or was that hitting a cymbal or something that makes noise. And I'm like, we know you were inferring it was her, so there was no point in trying to shalaye. You said it with your mouth, then keep that energy. TACHA narrowed grandson, what empty, what barrel, whatever that emoji is. And like, the two of you are desperately trying to hurt each other with your words. Seyi has still not forgiven her for that whole drunkard, or the whole thing that happened in the house. And I think TACHA in her feelings because of, I really don't know what. Maybe she felt he was supposed to have defended her more, especially as she was close to him, or she felt he's supposed to understand some of her quirks and everything. I don't know, but my point is, the two of them, I better forget about the whole thing and move on. You cannot be using your words to hurt each other, your behaviors to hurt each other. Before the whole reunion, I think Omashala asked TACHA about who is she, or something about she, and she said, who is she? Is it now? Is it a place? Whatever she said. The point is, they are still affected by each other and they refuse to move on. Move on! Both of you, move on. Like Jesus, it was in October or something. Move on. Get your coins, focus on your focus, and stop trying to cause drama. Yes, no publicity is bad publicity for the entertainment industry, but it can affect the type of deals that you get. Any which way, that was my opinion. Everybody needs to get it together. Now, day 4, I had problems again, and he was in the midst of it again. Seyi and Frodd had a bit of a lot of moments where they were hashing out the whole Frodd is emotional. Seyi kept on nominating him. Frodd said something like he felt he was betrayed by Seyi, and I totally understand Frodd's feeling, because from what he said he trusted Seyi with some of the things that were going on in his family at that point, and that he was even in having double mind about the whole experience. Should he stay? Should he go? Doesn't know what is going to happen to his mother when she comes out of surgery. So I really understand it. People don't, and I feel Seyi was being arrogant. But if you want to hear fully what I think about the whole day 4 recap, or day 4 events, please leave a comment down in the comment section. I would try to do another recap. Hopefully I can do the whole recap, which reminds me, this reunion is going to be for 7 weeks. I thought it was supposed to be for 4 weeks. Now I'm hearing it's for 7 weeks, and they claim it's 30 minutes, but that is 10 minutes of real content, 20 minutes of adverts. Like, anyway, if you want me to recap day 4, please leave a comment down in the comment section, and I would try to do that. The reunion occurs, or rather, the reunion is aired Monday to Thursday, 10 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. The channels, I don't know. Maybe I'll put it on the screen so that you guys, I'll put it on the screen. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my rambling. I hope you enjoyed my recap. I hope you enjoyed my unpopular opinion. Do you agree with it? Do you disagree? Please leave a comment down in the comment section. And if it is respectful, I will publish it. If it's not, say go, babe. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to this channel. And I'll see you in the next one.